Alright, game number 3 between these two players. In the bottom, left-hand corner of New Repugnancy LE in the yellow. From Clan Emja, it is Milo. And his Zerg opponent in the top right, in the blue, it is Cyanz. This is the final match in a best-of-3 series to cap off a tournament. And this championship game will decide who walks away with the entire prize purse. So I expect high stakes from this game, both players likely playing to the very, very best of their abilities. And already we can see both players with fairly standard builds here. Milo building the gateway at the top of his ramp here, so no suspicious proxy tech just yet. And Cyanz, saving up that money, looks like he's going to go hatch first, and there it is. Drops that hatch in the natural expansion, and we are off to the races with a mid-game macro style. Fantastic stuff here. Double gas going down for the Protoss player Milo. No gas, one gas taken there for Cyanz. Spawning pool to follow right afterwards. This spawning pool timing ensures that the spawning pool and second hatchery will finish up at roughly the same time, meaning that queens can pop out at just the right time to hopefully deflect any attacks from the Protoss player. Cybernetics core a little bit delayed on the high ground there from Milo as he drops that second pylon at the natural choke point. Scouting drone going to meet the scouting probe in the middle of the map there. They will butt heads and then continue on as the Overlord from Cyanz moves into place. Drone is going to get up to the very top of the ramp here as there's nothing in production yet for Milo. Ooh, Milo going to try and block here at the last second, but the drone is going to make it up there. The probe immediately on point to start attacking the drone, but the drone will make it in for a full scout of the Protoss base. Oh, interestingly here, look at this. Cyan has missed a significant section of the Protoss base in the back corner here. So if the Protoss were to be proxying any tech, our Zerg player wouldn't be completely sure of it. The Protoss player, on the other hand, has scouted almost all of the Zerg base. Oh, never mind. Has only scouted a portion of the Zerg base and has not seen everything that he is up to. So Milo needs to get this probe a little bit more active to get a full scout on his opponent's base. We see a forge coming down at the front of the natural choke point for Milo. And it looks like he's going to go for another wall off there, moving that adept into place. A couple Zerglings now out for Cyanz. Going to go ahead and chase down that probe. Milo's scouting probe will be taken down. Milo's second scouting probe does get in to see the spawning pool, which is now researching Zergling speed. But that probe, not going to make it out either. The probe going to go down. Immediately, several of the Zerglings from Cyanz coming across the map here. Looks like he wants to be a little bit aggressive. There are a lot of Zerglings now on the map. Take a look at the units tab here. We can see 14 Zerglings already out. Now he is going to bump up against this wall. He will see the Adept and the Stalker, which will make short work of these Zerglings. They do get some good surface area on the Adept there. The Adept needs to be microed back, but unfortunately, a little bit late there. The Adept is going to go down, and the two Zerglings are going to slip into the main base here for another full scout here. Luckily, there's nothing to be seen. Milo hasn't hidden any technology in his main base just yet. He has built a photon cannon down to protect his gate or his natural there, but no additional tech from our Protoss player yet beyond that cybernetics core. And there we have it. The first tech from our Protoss player gonna be a Stargate on the high ground. So after those Zerglings have been cleaned out, the Stargate has been planted down. Now there are Overlords to scout in on both sides, and a Zerglings run by about to happen here as the Baneling nest finishes up for Cyanz. Cyanz has banked about 150 gas, so we should see a handful of Banelings come down here if he does in fact want to Baneling bust. 2 Banelings, maybe up to 3. Make it 4. Now there's a Photon Cannon here and a Stalker. With good Stalker micro and focus fire from the Photon Cannon, Milo should be able to defend fairly well against this. However, if the Banelings can get some good shots off on this pylon, the entire front natural choke point here could be depowered, and Milo could find himself in a whole lot of trouble. Let's see what Cyanz decides to do. Stargate finishes up on the high ground here for Milo. No production out of that Stargate just yet, and there it is. Immediately we see the Oracle queued out of that Stargate and rallied all the way across the map. Zerglings and Banelings moving into position now. There's still just one Adept. Scouting Zergling catches that first shot from a Photon Cannon. Zerglings get in. The Adept doesn't move out, and here we go. Banelings need to more. Oh, man, all the Banelings explode. Unfortunately, they don't manage to take down that pylon, so the Baneling bust is a bit of a bust, if you'll pardon the pun. Unfortunately, Cyan's going to have a lot of problems moving into the later game. There's no additional tech at home besides this Baneling nest and the spawning pool, and one Evolution Chamber, which is finally just started researching +1 melee attacks. Meanwhile, on the other side of the map, Milo's Oracle moving across the map now, ready to do some destruction. There are no Spore Crawlers down in the main base or the natural for Cyanz, so he is relatively undefended here. Only one Queen at each base to protect against any air aggression. Milo not moving this Oracle in just yet. Looks like he might want to wait for the second Oracle to join him. Another handful of Zerglings scouting around at the very beginning here. Initial creep tumors already down for Cyanz. He could do with spreading a little bit more of that creep, but the third base has gone down now for Cyanz. Meanwhile, gateways adding on to the main base here of Milo. Look at this, the Oracle going to fly right over that pack of Zerglings. So I'm not sure who's scouting who here, but the Oracle is in fact going to use a lot of its energy to zap some of those Zerglings down to about half health, which is an interesting choice here from our Protoss player Milo. Meanwhile, he's remembered that his other Oracle is there. The Oracle going to pop in and take a loop-de-loop route there around the main base. It is going to find a very oversaturated mineral line and get to work immediately. The drone's pulled by Cyanz, Spore Crawlers immediately put down, and the Queen begins to focus fire down that Oracle. Hydralisk Den going to be the response there from Cyanz. Not scouted by Milo, so luckily that Oracle did not see the tech that Cyanz has chosen. The Oracle very low on health. With 6 kills, though, pretty respectable number of kills there, is going to get taken down by a Queen, but all in all, not too bad. On the Zerg side of the map, we see that Hydralisk Den just about to finish up. It's a very quick build there, as well as a third hatchery almost finishing as well. Second Oracle on the way for Milo is going to check out the third base, see that the third base is almost finished, but not saturated yet, and we should see those Queens moving into position to protect the main base. There we go, another Queen being morphed right now, and the Spore Crawler should make that mineral line fairly safe against the Oracle harass. Milo waiting with that Oracle for now. Finally, back home for Milo. In addition to the 2 gates that he's added on, we do see a robotics facility going down next to that fourth gateway. Another little ling run by here, this time +1 Zerglings with speed, but they're going to run into the same problem they saw before, which is a large gateway force and a pretty decent wall here at the front. The Photon Cannon will add a little bit of extra DPS should these Zerglings decide to run by, but unfortunately they haven't done their job, and this probe is going to sneak out and get down to the third base. Zerglings poke into that natural and say, not today, and head back out. The probe from Milo decides not to build a third base, although he is floating about 1,000 minerals right now, so a third base would be a worthwhile investment of his time. We see Oracles parked all over the map for Milo, just waiting to take down Cyanz. Second Forge now on the way in the main base of Milo, as well as a Twilight Council. Looks like he might want to get to that Blink research and get some Blink Stalkers or possibly Charged Zealots out, just to beef up this Gateway army just a little bit. Protoss Gateway army going to be pushing out here. Nothing out, Warp Prism, coming out of that robotics facility now to support this push. Massive amount of Banelings and a couple Hydrals mixed in here from Cyanz have not yet been scouted. The Protoss army going to walk by them, and oh, it does see them. But, oh no, seems to miss them. There we go. The Oracle getting a lot of damage done there in the third of Cyanz. Milo's Oracle now with 6 kills is going to duck out with only shield damage. So a nice little bit of harass there from our Protoss player, Milo. Milo setting up for a full-out attack on this third base. The fourth base has been planted down by Cyanz. Milo with a forward pylon there to protect himself. The Warp Prism is out, rather, steaming across here. The Warp Prism going to get caught by these Hydralisks. The Hydralisk going to do some actual work on that Warp Prism. The Warp Prism forced to retreat back into the path of the Hydralisk. The Hydralisk going to chase it down there. Could Cyanz get a free Warp Prism kill? Ah, no. Warp Prism is going to retreat back to the main base here, and the Hydralisk will be pulled away from the natural choke point. A lot of Banelings here morphing in. Looks like 16, 17, 18, 19 Banelings selected. They are going to be moving forward. The Observer will see these units rolling in, checking if there's a third. No third. Cyanz morphing that Dropper Lord. Looks like the Protoss attack at the third base has mostly been pushed away now. Got a lot of Zerglings down, but the Protoss forces not all together here. There we go, moving out. So there we go. Hydra's going to finish popping down these Adepts. The Adepts will disappear. Protoss, I think Milo is maybe checking for where those Banelings were. They've moved up to the high ground there, and this Dropper Lord is ready to go, so we might see Banelings in the main base here very shortly. Again, not a lot to defend here. There is one Photon Cannon, but that might not be enough. Here we are. Oh, Cyanz, what are you waiting for? Now is your chance. Now is your time. Now is your opportunity to be a Rainling hero, and there it is. Look at this. 4 Banelings getting popped up into that Overlord. Second Dropper Lord on the way. More Zerg forces trying to reinforce here, but the Protoss massing it where the 5th base of the Zerg could be. Dropper Lords are both created. One is full, the other one is waiting. Cyanz, what are you waiting for, my friend? 4th base has begun for Milo. 3rd base just about to be finished up as well. Milo feels very confident in expanding behind this aggression since he does feel like he has a little bit of map control, even though his scouting hasn't been incredible this game. Dropper Lords from Cyanz still waiting outside the main base, waiting, watching, wanting. Oh, goodness gracious, get something done. Cyanz, come on, here we go. Dropper Lord should get loaded up with... Okay, a handful of Hydralisk and a couple Banelings. 2 Dropper Lords now from Cyanz moving into position in the natural. They have not yet been scouted, and none of the army yet from Milo has been pulled back here. He just used a recall a little while ago, so I'm not sure if he'll be ready for it. Banelings crashing into the front base here. Oh my god, they could go straight for the natural mineral line. Instead, they go up to the top here, and oh no, we're going to get caught by a couple things. Meanwhile, Rainlings into the mineral line, taking out a couple of probes, but maybe not the destruction and devastation that we were hoping for. Poor control there by Cyanz, as his one Hydralisk gets gunned down by the Photon Cannon, which now has 2 kills. So a couple probe kills there on the side for Cyanz, but unfortunately not really enough to make a difference here. We do see the Dropper Lords getting pushed out now by Stalkers. A couple more Banelings rolling into the front here. It looks like he desperately wants to go for that main mineral line, but there's nothing here at the natural line. Oh god, the Banelings getting in to destroy that mineral line. Even more behind it. Oh, the humanity, the dead probes. More Banelings could be rolling in soon. Hydralisk trying to pick down that Photon Cannon. Poor control there from Cyanz as he's unable. And these 2 armies are just going to chat with each other for a while. Oh, hey, what's up, man? I'm a Hydralisk. Yeah, we're from the Zerg. Oh, really? That's cool, man. I'm a Stalker. I can get an ability that lets me teleport, but I haven't gotten it yet. Ah, cool, dude. Cool. Oh, you're a little faster than I am? Alright, I'll catch up, man. Protoss attack now on the 4th base of Cyanz. Cyanz trying to muster some Zerglings here, but these Zealots might be doing a great job in the front, absorbing a lot of that damage. These are not Blink Stalkers, though, so Milo has to be careful, but it looks like he may just have critical massive gateway units here to make this attack work. Milo needs to get his army together. It looks like he's got his army on 2 separate hotkeys. Gonna send 1 battalion up into the natural while the other finishes off the 3rd here, pushing those roaches back the 3rd dangerously low as this Immortal shells down. Meanwhile, an Immortal and several gateway units popping into the 3rd base as well. Look like they're rallied straight toward the drones. This is a very, very dangerous attack from Milo. With only 27 workers remaining, this attack had better work or else he is in a whole heap and helping in trouble. First Colossi about to pop up back home, but that is a long, long walk across a long, long map for that Cyclone, pardon me, for that Immortal. Nope, still got it wrong. For that Colossi. Starts with a C. I was close. Stalkers not being microed here by Milo, and it looks like Roach Hydra actually may be able to pull this up. Here we go. Oracles are popping in with their considerable DPS. Going to take down both of those Hydralisks. Both Oracles will live here. And the giant army from Milo now going to push into the 2nd base. There's still a couple of Adepts here working down this 3rd base, but it's already been evacuated. This is getting dire. Milo pulls the drones, desperately hoping for some magic to happen here at the end of this game. But unfortunately, I think Milo may be the one to close it out here. All the drones going down. Oh my god. Free Overlord kills. The Evolution Chamber goes down as well. And now the Gateway army can focus his attention on the natural. There it is. The GG from Cyanz. And Milo is going to take game number 3 and the series with a 2-1 victory. Congratulations, Milo.